You look so hot, but it isn't really hot. Were you running or doing sports?
Yes. Can it be any hotter?
It can.
I doubt it. It feels like it's burning inside.
Well, you reminded me of something else that burns inside and suddenly erupts.
You mean burn, like having real fire inside?
Yes. You can definitely see how hot it is when it erupts.
You're talking about volcanoes.
Yes.
Why does it suddenly erupt?
Let us dig deeper into this and investigate together how volcanoes, earthquakes, and other disasters take place. Meet me in our next episode. I want to show you something interesting. I am sure you already know that we have 7 continents on Earth. But do you know that scientists believe that all continents together formed one piece of land in the past? Let us see this together.
What happened? Why did it split into parts?
Well, the crust, the outer layer of the skin of the Earth, was separated because of earthquakes. The crust is always moving, but we cannot feel it unless the movement is very strong. Then we call it an earthquake. And once it was strong enough to split the land. Nowadays, we have 7 continents that have mountains, volcanoes, valleys, and other landforms.
We see waves in water, and we know water is moving, but land?
Yes, land is in motion too. We don't feel it or see it, but the skin of our planet, the crust, is moving. We only feel it when these pieces, we call them plates, move faster and hit each other. The crust is made up of parts like puzzle parts under the surface that we see. When those parts shake strongly, that's a horrible earthquake.
It can destroy a house, but can it destroy mountains?
It can indeed. When a strong earthquake takes place, lots of landforms change. Valleys are formed. Mountains split or lose parts of them. Even rivers or ponds may appear.
Do earthquakes happen in water too?
Yes, they do. That's a tsunami. Actually, at the bottom of the sea, there is land. The land shakes. It moves. We only feel or see it when it is shaking strongly. How do we see it? Through the sudden movement of water, as if there is a huge hand that goes up really high and moves waves and causes floods. Waves can go higher than anybody can predict and flood over huge distances and areas of land away from the shore.
A lot of damage is caused.
You are right. People have to take some precautions to protect themselves when a tsunami takes place. Not all countries have earthquakes. Some countries are more likely to have it than others. I am sure you heard of the earthquakes happening in Turkey, China, and the United States. These earthquakes caused a lot of damage.
Why do these countries have more earthquakes?
Let's try showing how earthquakes happen using this transparent container, water, and some wood. I am going to put only one piece of wood here, and I am going to shake the water. Nothing here is happening, right?
Yes.
I am going now to put another piece of wood here, and I am going to shake the water. See, they move until they touch, and when they do, there will be an earthquake. Some countries are located at the edges of these plates, wood pieces. So when those pieces hit each other, the countries at the edges are affected the most.
Can people in these countries avoid earthquakes?
Well, they cannot stop the crust from moving or shaking, but they can find ways to deal with it. Some buildings are built in special ways and with special material that is less affected by earthquakes. I mean, that can endure an earthquake without being destroyed. They practice what to do when an earthquake takes place too. For example, they learn that they should stay away from the glass and stay under something that can cover their heads in case an earthquake takes place.
What about volcanoes? Why do they erupt?
I will tell you. It is mainly caused by the movement of the hot, melted rocks inside the volcano, as if we are boiling water in a pot with the lid on. What will happen to the lid? The steam will start pushing it up as water boils and the heat increases, same as the hot, melted rocks inside the earth.
Wow! This is a lot of steam.
You are right. Volcanoes cause a mess before and after they erupt.
Before?
Yes. They produce very harmful smoke before they erupt. This gives a sign to all those in the area to leave immediately. Then it erupts and all the hot melted rocks go out from the volcano. But the difference is that when the hot liquid cools, it hardens and becomes solid. Very beautiful volcanic rocks are left behind.
Oh, there shouldn't be any people living around the volcano.
That's true. Volcano areas are empty from houses. Still, there are animals living around it, and they are in danger. You do know that animals feel the shaking of land even before us?
That gives them more time to run away.
I hope so.
If nobody should live close to volcanoes, then how do we know what actually happens?
Scientists try to investigate further and study the Earth and its movements. Sometimes they predict that a volcano will erupt or even an earthquake will take place. They know because they observe the movement of the crust. When they do predict, they alarm people around. That can save us a lot of lives.
I am going to make a model of a volcano.
Like this one? You can reuse an empty can like this one. Put baking soda in it, then cover it all around with soil. Put some red food coloring and vinegar and watch the eruption. Come closer to see. Ready?
Yes.
And here we go. Watch the eruption. Did you like the volcano?
Yes.
You too, my friends. You can try making a volcano model at home too. Bye.
Bye.
لمشاهدة المزيد من الحلقات زوروا سات 7 بلس.